2020, I will have streamed exactly 1,000 hours of content this year. And because I'm a human, I like round numbers. Doesn't really mean anything apart from that. So we are going to be doing Red Dead Redemption at 9 o'clock, and leading up to 9 o'clock, we are going to have a bash at tentatively titled Sneaky Spaceships. So this is mostly a network testbed, but we've not really tried it yet. So we're going to try it and see what happens. So I will go in as a server, and I will go in as the hunted. And you don't know what... So don't look at the stream, just for once. You don't know what ship I'm in. You don't know where I am. But you have to basically just touch me. We'll consider it done at that point. Probably, though, you'll be waiting for... start the server. You'll be trying to work out the controls, which are not great, but I...
Okay. Tell me when to press F2.
Oh, man, this is the worst spawn. Yeah, oh dear. It's all gone a bit... It's all gone a bit Pete Tong. I spawned inside something. Yeah, you should be able to join now. However... right, so I noticed either it's bugged or you all chose taxis for some weird reason. Why would you do that?
Choose what?
You chose a taxi.
I pressed
There was
F2.
a choice.
Yes. How about you all close the game, and before joining, use those reading skills that I'm sure you all got at school.
I selected
I was
police
using the
cruiser.
memory skills.
But yeah, choose a police cruiser, and then try and find me before I dock. That's the basic option. But part of it is, does it work? Like, even slightly, does it work?
Which was the... Oh, Aero, F6.
F6? Oh, Aero,
That's what it
yeah.
says.
Yeah. So I've got all the debug on, so I can see what you chose. But yeah, so you don't have to be a police cruiser. If you don't choose a police cruiser, you'll spawn in a silly place. But if you choose police cruisers, you'll all spawn in the same spot. Excuse me. And the point there is you can then communicate and take off and do different things. But mostly I've been playing with the graphics, so this is much more modern rendering than Fortress Craft. So I have been learning that a little bit. I highly recommend you also tap F5 and F6 for easy mode flights. You can also press H to flip your lights off and on, and G to spawn your accessory. Now in a police car, your accessory is the lights on top. And oh man, okay, so when you quit, it's still not clearing up spaceships, so I think that's Max's old taxi there. The hard part about this has been scale, because the level's about 15 kilometers across, and a lot of it's got nothing in it. And then some of it has a lot in it. If you don't like the lighting, you can also press F10 to toggle a random one. So that's new as well. So I've actually got real-time global illumination. But all of the new Unity techs are... I need to learn them somewhere at some point. But this is all using Steam's networking. So in theory, and I don't think I've hooked it up yet, you should be able to right-click on my name and join me. And I think I forgot to turn the fog back on. Yes.
Did you just crash?
No?
Some very interesting AI behavior.
Well, maybe that was me. No, maybe it wasn't. No, it wasn't me. Oh, no, the fog is on. I take it back. Oh, one of the fogs is on.
One of the fogs.
One of the fog patches is on, yeah.
This one has
Gonna
very
crash
erratic
into that.
flight pattern.
I only fly smoothly. Actually, I wonder if I actually bothered to put any collision on this yet. No.
Oh, crashed into it.
And when you crash into
Definitely
it,
AI.
well,
Just sort of bounced.
yeah. Again, if there's no collision, just pretend there is. Obviously, it takes... Mostly, I want this to look right. So you go, oh, this looks like it's going to be great fun. H, by the way, toggles your lights, and you should also get your HUD cockpit flip off and on at the same time.
Taxi? Ow.
Yeah.
Inside of my police car still looks like a taxi.
I take it you won that taxi.
As I said, this is about
Tech
technology.
review. I
This
know.
is about technology. Yeah, I mean, I've only got one cockpit, so I don't know whether or not you'll always have one cockpit. Because the amusing thought occurs: if we've only got one cockpit, if you're watching the stream, you don't know what ship I'm in.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
Can someone press G? Someone
I
else.
have the headlights on.
Someone else press G. All of you press G. Everyone in a police car press G.
Turn them on or off.
Just toggle them.
Accessory is true.
Accessory is false.
Sorry, H. Yeah.
Dash is dead.
Who was that? And again?
Me.
Yeah. Okay, that's Max. Okay, now press G. Yeah, I can see your spinny lights turn on. So G is spinny lights, and H is your spotlight out the front.
What is the one that's visible at the front?
So your headlights are your nav lights and your whatchamacallits, like a spotlight out the front, and your H is your accessory slot, and your accessory slot is the spinny flashy lights, and that'll be a siren as well.
What other... So, I know it's a tech demo, so I really shouldn't be
Yeah.
asking dumb questions. There are a couple of little flashy things that I can see right at the top of my dashboard. Are they supposed to be the police lights?
Flashy things at the top of your dashboard? I'm not sure.
Yeah, so you get up the dashboard, you've got a sort of box with the scanner on it. Either left and right side of the box, the scanner, there's like a little flashing, sort of whitey purpley thing flashing.
You mean the radar?
I don't know what that is.
If there's a sort of a
So
squash.
if I turn everything off, it still flashes. And then...
If there's a squash sphere on your left with a couple of arrows, that shows your fake horizon and your heading and velocity. It's not very useful. Bottom middle, you've got your speed and a guess about whether or not you're going to hit something. Other than that, everything else is just fluff. I want to make this in VR. I want to be able to look around and stare at people.
Then you can't look through things, and you can sort of pop yourself up out the chair to get a little bit more height. It's great.
Yeah.
Explain the set, not set, overlay.
Is there like a hyperdrive or something?
There is.
Yeah, I seem to... Oh, it's the arrow, isn't it? I've turned arrow.
Something
on,
just
so that's-
disappeared into the distance very quickly.
Yes, that's something leaving the level.
Oh, that wasn't you then.
No, it wasn't me leaving the level. Someone just ran me, but I think it might have been an AI.
Oh, those... Oh, okay, I know what those are
Parking
now.
here.
Those are my thrusters. I can see the little sort of...
Oh yes, the little jets. They're the
So I go
thrusters.
full blast, they come on.
So the idea will be that the hunted will have a task or several tasks, like take out 3 cruise ships
Ooh.
or blow something up. So you won't just be
I
able to
can
just
go
park, and there'll also be
faster.
multiple exits. You can turn off the aero and go faster. But that's usually a bad idea,
Oh. What?
but because you'll hit something.
This is not you, is it?
I want to go through the portal.
Full speed,
Obviously not.
Climbing
seeing what he's saying.
speed.
winner! I got in, and then I flew through it.
Is that the dock?
It looked like you were holding your breath as you
I
passed.
was because I could hear somebody behind me getting closer, and I was like, I don't know if that's an AI or a player.
But the triangular dock or the big one?
The big one.
There's a dock. I'm trying to go
There's-
through the big shiny portally thing.
There's so as the policeman, your goal will be to stop the runner. But if you like, we can just start again, and someone else can pick to be the runner. The AI are supposed to not ram me, but they don't seem to be very good at that.
I don't think that was the AI. That's you upside down, I'm guessing.
No, the AI are supposed to not ram me, but that doesn't mean they're any good at it yet.
Ah, oops.
Ah, there you are. Yeah, I've already won. That doesn't matter. Doesn't count. It's too late now.
You didn't get hit by the AI. You hit yourself on the door on the way out.
No, the AI stopped by the AI, but they're supposed to route around you.
Right.
Oh man, the AI very loud.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I've got no sound, so.
Oh, you should do. The game has sound. I'm hearing it very loudly. Does someone else want to have a go at running?
Yes, I could, but I would want to understand what the chasers and the chase target look like.
Well, that's the point. You don't know. So the chase. So the the hunted can look like anything, and the hunters could look like anything. That's kind of the point. Is you go, I could be a police car. If you're a police car, it's very obvious. Maybe the police cars are quite quick. So if I choose a mineral collector and I'm undercover, then it will be a bunch harder. But a bunch slower, but you're more incognito. That's quite cool. I like that. That does actually look really cool. I'm happy with that. Not everything, bottom half of the screen, not so much. The top half looks great. So what I'll do is I will close the server down if we rerun, and then I will choose a policeman, and Schalke chooses 1, 2, or 3, and then we'll all choose police, and we'll try and work out which one Schalke is. Now, I won't look, so I am starting up another server, and I will hide the UI that tells me what Schalke's flying, because depending on what he flies, depends on where he spawns. Okay, the servers are up, so you should be able to join. So I'm just parked in the... I should add a look around. I do need to add a look around or a glance at close target or something. Okay, I am back in. You can all... there's Andy. But eventually...
There's audio on the first screen you get.
Well, the only...
It's big freighter land.
The only audio is other ships. And I'm not sure AI actually work there. So I have a slight advantage. I do know where all the spawn points are. And there's only there's 9 for the police and then 3. One of which is inside that ring. And that's not a good place to spawn at the moment. But yeah, I see...
How do we... Obviously arrow keys, but what are the other controls?
I'd use the pad if I were you.
Ah, right.
Much easier on the pad. And G and H, you will still have to use G and H. And F5 and F6, you'll still need to use F6. But I do recommend gyro balancing true, aero steering true. But that is up to you.
Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay, that's fine.
My join game isn't working.
You might need to rerun. Yeah, you're not connected. But just close it and rerun it.
You can even walk to destination. Whoops.
That just means it's loading.
Ah. Can I roll?
Yeah. Oh, you've got all 6
Discord
dots.
rather than the game.
Oh, right. I see. I can't help you there.
Oops.
Yeah, you've got a full 6 DOF movement.
There we go.
So there's.
Did I just crash into Schalke? Or did I just crash into someone else?
I am just parked up at the start. So I'm just using the editor to look around in the
There's
camera.
the sun.
What are the police cars? Are they little taxis?
They are little taxis that Todd has yet to redo the graphics on, and you have yet to do the low lod.
True.
But yeah, the idea will be that there'll be the police will probably need to search around. I'm about 85% sure, Andy, that in front of you is Schalke.
Yeah, well, I crashed into him.
If you press F6, you'll turn aero off and you can go even faster. Hey, mild golfer 342. But
Cool.
But it might not be.
I like that. You're gonna hit this. Look, it looks like this. Don't hit it. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's actually been proven quite tricky, that little bit of code. But it's I think I've done it quite neatly. Oh, 2 things just rammed each other. Oh, there's some ships. Oh.
What on earth?
There's some test ships there, and the AI have just bumped into them.
Uh-oh.
I think that could be Schalke there. I know it's got running lights on, maybe not. There's a purple crew. There's a purple thing coming in with intent. Behind you, Andy. Bonk it. Oh, behind you. I'm not sure that's you, Andy. Can you just double tap your lights? Just H twice.
Which one's light?
H.
That one.
That's you. Yeah, cool. That one in front of you.
What one in front of me?
It's above you, to your left. To your left? Yeah, that's right. To your left and above you. Oh, never mind. Right. Well,
You said left and...
if that was Schalke, we've died. Now, right now, of course.
He's gone straight in the middle. There's no way.
So what will happen is there'll be stuff for us to do. We can't just camp the entrance because obviously that will make for a rubbish game. So
Collector incoming.
it will be safe to say that if the
Boing,
enemy
boing,
player
boing.
completes all his tasks, and so at this point, Schalke would have 3 tasks: set 3 bombs or something like that. We would know when they've been set or set off, and once he's done that, then he can escape. So right now, our job would be find him and stop him. Only when he has planted the bombs or killed the assassins or whatever it is he's doing, then his task would be get out of here. So apart from
GTFO.
your terrible flying, I genuinely can't tell the difference between humans and players.
The controls need to be inverted for me. On the left stick.
Whee!
I'm sure you'll get over it. How do I turn? I forgot the keys.
I like up to be up and down to be down.
Up? You don't have up on a joystick, you have forwards and backwards.
It's 2D.
Yes.
Up and down.
You have forwards and backwards. Up and down would mean you're holding...
I'm looking at it from above. So it's
Yeah,
up and
so
down.
if you're looking at it from... what? So a joystick from above has up and down. A joystick from the...
Yeah.
You'd have to flip
From the back, rear.
You'd have to
I'm
flip
in
the
the
joystick to
hangar.
face the ceiling. Oh, well, Schalke wins. We all
Okay,
suck.
I'll try not to.
I went left into the asteroid fields. I have no
Ah,
idea
see.
whether I was seen or not.
No, I didn't see you. No one checked the asteroid fields. Hey, it's working, though.
Asteroid field? An asteroid field? What?
Yeah, well, yeah, all those rocks.
Can I shoot?
No, you can't.
Who's hitting me?
Okay, somebody else want to try and run this time?
shit.
Or hide?
How do we do that?
We just rerun it. But mostly, though, who would like to be the runner? Someone volunteer.
I could try.
Excellent. Andy will be the runner. Esme,
I gotta quit the game.
You've got a key, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. So I will rerun the game, and I will run a server, and I will be a policeman, and then. See, Lit fam, 2 things. Firstly, fuck you. Secondly, you didn't actually ask me a question. Okay, so Andy, press 1, 2, or 3, and then join as a client. Yeah, I didn't even see you, Schalke. I was busy. I was mostly just looking around at the start. We don't care. Who is we? What don't you care about? Oh man, what's happened to the people's use of the English language? So, Andy.
Oops.
Schalke, what were you in, by the way?
2. I think it's one of the army things.
Oh, the mineral collectors. Okay. Right, Andy's in. Schalke's in. So we've tried with 4 people. 5 people. That's pleasing. Because, I mean, that's one thing. We're going to need to try it with like 30 people at some point. And see whether or not the network goes around. So, did you come through the fog? See, I know where the flight... If I'd
The
seen
fog was near, but
so
I didn't really go into it.
So if I'd seen you, I would have known, because I know where the flight routes are. Eventually, I'll have so many flight routes that I won't just be able to easily spot that. Because obviously, if I can spot it, somebody else can spot it. I'm going to go and park up here by this thing then.
There's a mineral collector in the center.
Does it look suspicious? Ram it, see what happens.
No. So
Ca-
player collisions are on.
Yes, everything is on. So one of the fun things about this is it is very, very hard, if not impossible, for the clients to cheat. So having played GTA, I got hacked. I've played GTA earlier. I whitelisted it. Never again. Fuck that. As a client, you guys don't know what is a player and what is an AI. Your client doesn't know the difference between a server and an AI. So you can't introspect anything or look at the data or cheat in any way. So that's important to me, and it annoys me that GTA isn't like that. So we've been playing GTA, and because I've been playing GTA, of course I'm getting GTA themed videos turning up on my YouTube feed, and I've been watching a guy called Alex who does a series called Fail Race, and one of the things he does on his videos is he does something called Survive the Hunt, and he does it in both Forza and in GTA, and they're really good. And the idea is that one person is a hunted and other people are hunters. And the hunted has to survive for a certain amount of time and or achieve some things. I think that's Andy there. I think Andy's going into the back of the dock. The repair dock.
Doing what now?
Which one is repair dock?
I can't ping it. I want to ping it when I go boop. The repair dock is the big diamond one. Anyway, so I really
Someone's having fun. Jesus.
I really enjoyed it, and then I decided to try and do it in GTA, but it doesn't work. So their videos are very good and very interesting, but they're all fake. You can cheat just by pressing one button, and it's extremely unlikely no one's cheating. So I have a goal before Fortress Craft comes out to ship a number of games, and I wanted to ship a VR game. So this game works in VR, also works on my motion platform. So the idea is that one or more people is the hunt head, and I'll turn my lights on. One or more people is the hunt head, and more people than that are the hunters. And those people have to work out which one the hunted is. And are you literally going to ram me? You fuck. Okay, I need to turn up the fleet force.
I went through the first suspicious one.
Hey.
I'm guessing that was you.
Oh, did you ram me, Andy?
I don't know.
Yes. It's all right. Nice try. So you know what gave you away? I don't think the code to spawn an asteroid works. So if you can stop, Andy.
What asteroid?
If you stop a second.
Splat.
And do
Hang
it.
on.
Yeah. Just
Ooh.
if you do 90-degree turn to your left.
That's went straight through something.
Ah, did you just get rid of your asteroid?
Yes.
That's quite
Why?
cool. I didn't see it. And God, just super loud. Press G again.
Wink.
And again. That's really awesome. It syncs. So the other thing about this is using Steam's networking code. So if I go to Steam, check this out. View, servers, sneaky spaceships on Stardust Base with 14 latency. So I could right-click, connect to server. That bit's not fully written yet. So this is Fortress Craft 2 code. But yeah, I don't think... so it's supposed to be that certain places spawn with the held object, but I think that's broken. I think.
So technically I lost because I rammed you.
Well, I stopped, but the AI should try and route around each other.
Oh, so you thought it was AI,
I
but...
thought you were AI, and then you rammed me. Then I thought you were a bug. Alright, let me see if I can get in front of this AI. So yeah,
That's a win.
yeah. I was going to argue that the asteroid for you was a hologram, so it would just sort of phase in and phase out. So you could switch it off and on at any point. So you could dive into the repair bay, turn it off, and come out the other way. Then people would think that you were a different ship, the one that went in. Stuff like that. I'm going to check the because there's something called the Fleet Force. Then that is what pushes us away. Henry, would you like to run this time?
What do I have to do with running? Just not be seen? Or...
Get into one of the two docks on the space station. So I'll bring the server down, so everyone will need to rerun it. That's on the list. And then start the game up. Pick 1, 2, or 3. That's up to you. I'll give you a little hint. And then 1, 2, or 3, and then press F2 to join as a client. So the server is back up now. So all the police, by the way, start in the same place. So I just, because I'm running in the editor.
It's very pretty, isn't it? I'm really good job getting the assets, even the basic assets, whatever these assets are.
Starting
Very-
that time.
Well, that's another part of
There
it,
you go.
is these are assets developed for another game. And I have said, we spent a lot of time on these assets, and I want to make sure that I use them. But yeah, so
Yeah.
there you go. Here's somebody else. I don't know who that is.
Probably me.
Yeah, I mean, as is the server, I do know the difference between
Oh,
the...
God.
Okay, there's a 1 in 9 chance that will happen. Sorry. I just saw you spawn inside each other. So Henry, he's out there somewhere. Sneaking.
Da, da, da.
Well, there's only 1 or 3 places. 4. He can be there, there. But Andy, if you probably can't fit. So there's some quite nice. The repair dock's really cool, by the way. I am super duper happy with it.
So we just
Which
ram
one is
anybody
that?
we spot.
Yeah. I mean, mostly what this will have to be is we'll have to do a number of like short test sessions and just sort of say, right, well now we need blah 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 feature. So I think the next thing really is, I think it's working. I need more flight paths.
Oh, looks a bit fucky on my screen.
And we also need the hunter's tasks. You can also do F1, F2, F3 for low, medium, and high detail, depending on your relative
Gotcha.
GPU specs.
Oh,
Right, did you get him?
I think I smacked into a policeman.
Well, Henry could have been a policeman. That
A
would be
big red flashing light on it.
that would be extremely sneaky.
Disguise perk, or disguise class. You can pretend to be police officers.
Yeah, unfortunately, the sky's not synced. You press F10, you get a random sky, and I'm afraid that's totally not synced. Not yet. But yeah,
Sort of teleporting a little bit. Everyone ramming. I don't know.
From your point of view, everyone is the same. Everyone, there's no peer-to-peer. That taxi looks...
How do I pitch?
On keyboard or pad?
On keyboard.
Q and D. Oh, pitch. I and K. Sorry, I ran out of buttons. So it's WSAD, QE, IK, and the arrow keys, and Shift, and G and H, and F5 and F6. This is why there's not very many 6th-off games out there.
What's G and H again?
G and H is
Shield carrier and arrow.
accessory, which is the container or the asteroid or the sirens and the headlights. If you're a taxi, it turns off.
Lighting ship coming in.
Isn't you
Three ships crashed into each other.
You can see a long way, but most of them are very, very small. So I'm a bit worried I might have to put quite a lot of blockers and colliders and things in. I'm gonna suspect this one here.
Or the one who's sort of like wiggling down.
Is there an easier way to reconnect other than Alt F4ing and restarting?
No, not yet.
Is it the one that's flying backwards currently?
That could be an AI.
That reversing thing is suspicious.
The AI itself isn't perfect, because if I do perfect AI, then you would have to fly perfectly to compensate. But I need to sort of have plenty of places to hide. I need to have plenty for players to do, and a number of tasks for the hunted. So a bit like what's the game? Risk. The hunted will get given a task, and you can make it easy, medium, and hard. So we can have it very easy for the hunted, and they have 1 task. Or you can make it very, very hard for the hunted, and they have 10 tasks. And then the ratio of hunted to...
Bumped one suspicious thing.
Is Henry still not in yet? I'm sure Henry will admit when he has been bumped and won't just lie.
Yeah, nothing yet.
There's someone in a taxi here who's not moving, but that might just be Esmir. Yeah, suspicious looking taxi. Is that you, Esmir? Did you just fly over me?
Can I get rid of the UI again? Can I?
F11.
Thank you.
And F7.
Please
Yeah.
leaving the dock taxi going in. I'm too slow.
Would you have it so that the police cars have tags above them?
I don't know, because you see, one of the things I could do is the hunted could choose a police car. Which is...
True.
The idea is it is a game of subterfuge, or of sneakiness and deception. I don't know currently what the goal is, like gameplay wise. Like, how do the police say, right, it's him, arrest him? Because if I can hide as a police car, then you might ignore me. So it's possible the police might have other things to do, just like regular tasks. I don't know. But the text...
There should be some sort of... I don't know. Is there no way of telling whether you've caught the baddie or not?
Yes, but if I can pretend to be a policeman...
Yeah.
And Andy is a policeman, and you think it's one of us, what do you do?
Can you?
Okay, but then you could just scan everyone.
Like in Among Us, it's a med bay. You have to go to a special area and you have to do a scan to prove that you're...
Yeah, but then you could...
you could have killed them all.
Yeah, you could just... I mean, maybe there's a scan that says, I think it's this person, and then you need to hold a scan on them for 10 seconds or something. But someone just got bumped. But then, what stops you just scanning everyone in turn?
Well, a trivial solution
What
would
else
be
did you
to
get?
cool down.
Distance.
Limited number of
Very
scans?
close distance.
Where's my objective again, sorry?
Well, there are 2 entrances on the space station. One in the middle, one on the far right. There's also either a player inside a ship or 2 ships inside each other. There's a policeman inside a collector. There we go. The policeman is free. But yeah, there is.
Wait, was that me?
I guess so.
Maybe we could try with
Inside
name
something.
tags on and name tags off, perhaps.
Well, no, because if name tags are on, it's really fucking obvious which one is the hunter, the hunted. And if only one of the ships. So imagine that for a moment, you're the hunted, and everyone else is also, and you choose a policeman. You decide to blend in with the police car. One of the police cars won't have a marker above its head. It's really freaking obvious which one's the police then.
Could you randomize it so that the hunted has a random tag of one of the police officers?
What I could do
They're
is
duplicates, you mean?
what I could do is have it so like this ship is cargo 63 Alpha and this is 59 Delta or something like that. But yeah, you need some way that the hunted can blend in that you can't just solve with sheer brute force. Has to be a little bit of sneakiness. If you remember Panopticon, whoopsie. Remember Panopticon? That had at any point you could say, I think this is the human, and but it had like a 30-second cooldown. And then it becomes a game mode. You only get like 1 chance or 5 resets or whatever. Hold on a minute. There's a ship over here looking very, very, very out of sorts. Can I ram him? I'm trying to.
Purple.
See that?
Losing control.
I think this is a Henry. I'm losing.
This is a really wobbly purple one.
No, it's a yellow one. And he's, I don't know what he's doing. I think he's trying to fly through the ring. Yeah. Oh, I missed.
Oh, yeah, I see.
There you go. Consider yourself.
Maybe if we could do
yeah.
a ping or something, say, I think there's something over here. And go ping.
Yeah, no, that's a thing. How much in-game UI do I want versus how much do I ask people, look, just go with, use a voice chat system.
Well, would you have, like, areas? So certain games have, well, I mean, say Among Us as an example, you say they're in navigation or something.
Well, we already do. We've got the freighter, we've got the refinery, we've got the repair dock, we've got the space station.
They need labels.
They do have labels. Each of the space
They
stations
do?
have names. Yeah, I'm not having a game, by the way, that just tells you everything. That's a lot of the point. So again, with the fail rate stuff, a lot of the point you have to look at it with your eyes and go, that's acting funny, rather than a marker just saying, here's the bad guy. All of the spaceships, though, already have names. If you fly at them, it will warn you you're about to hit bloody but blah. So I want to try and avoid the game hand-holding with the UI too much, because then it is just a question of, it's a very simple learning experience then. You just learn what UI elements to look out for, as opposed to hopefully people being clever and sneaky. Hopefully.
I did manage to go through the shipbuilding bay or whatever it is.
We'll call it a draw then.
Foil.
We'll call it a draw.
Oh, yeah, it's got an asteroid.
Is it running all right for everyone, by the way? You can use F1, F2, and
Yeah, it's
F3
fine.
for low, medium, and high detail.
That's hideous on low.
260 FPS.
It is hideous on low, but we'll probably crank along at 400 or 500 frames a second.
I'm getting 427 on high.
That's really, I'm surprised.
Ow.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
150.
Uh-oh.
I was on one.
That yeah,
2, 3. No, I was on 2 for some reason. That's why.
yeah.
200, but I've also got Red Dead Redemption running.
Yeah, so the idea is that it's very important to me that when you run this in VR, it it runs at the right frame rate without you having to constantly bugger about with graphics. So there's little things. So the shadows, even on the lowest detail, the shadows are always high detail when inside the cockpit. And I don't know why people don't do this. There's nothing more annoying than watching a cutscene and your character has like flickery shadows. I'm like, I only care about the character in the cutscene. So even on the lowest detail, the shadows inside the cockpit still look good. It's not difficult. I'm quite surprised more games don't do it. So for next time, shall I try and do it so there are 10 trigger boxes on the level that the hunted can see? He has to hit 3 of them and then escape. That sounds like a...
Yeah, because I haven't got a bloody clue where to go.
Well, no, because as the hunted, it's very obvious where to go. There's 2 docks. Hit 1. Ta-da, that's it. That's the only point. That's the only thing of note anyway. But yeah, I'll put some, like... what's the word? some things around. You know,
Helpers.
maybe it's sabotage,
Right.
maybe it's
Am I
murder.
hitting someone or am I
There's,
hitting something?
there's definitely something going on.
I haven't realized what are the goal areas.
I
get
think I
marked.
realized.
Realized what?
With the controls, what I realized from days
Whoa.
of playing Descent and stuff like that is that Q and E was not used. It was IJKL or WASD,
Yeah.
IJKL, and the arrow keys.
Yeah, but
Andy's left.
it-
How
you-
did I know? I've
you
got
do-
20 messages.
you do use WSAD and arrow keys, but that's only 4 degrees of freedom.
Right, no,
Yep.
and IJKL, using J
Ah.
and L instead of Q and E.
Ah, gotcha. Yes. I mean, honestly, Descent was mostly you'd use the mouse for 2 of the dimensions, and then
This is true.
and then you'd be like, I need more fingers because we played Descent before, and
Well, it's easy. You just
Yeah.
move your hand.
well, I used my HOTAS for Descent because what's it call it? Oh, that's loud. A joypad doesn't have enough degrees of freedom. You run out because Brian's like, I'm going to use my joypad. I'm like, you run out. He goes, I'm fine. Then he went, I need 2 more axes.
It does enough for me.
Yeah, oh no, but he said on the HOTAS, I've got the 2 degrees on the joystick, and then I've got the 3rd one with a twist. Then I have 2 more on the hat, and I have the throttle. Bang! I got 6 degrees of freedom and buttons left over. You do have 6 on the joypad, as you can see, but then you rapidly run out.
There's a traffic jam behind the station.
Yes, a lot of ships spawn, and they only have 1 location to go at the moment. I don't think the fleet force is working properly. I will need to. I will make a note on that.
When I go to high res, the lights suddenly get smaller. Sorry, high detail.
Yeah, so what I'm doing there is 200% super sampling. So that pink line there represents it pushing away. Oh, it did actually try. But the idea is supposed to be that if you sit in the way of the AI, they don't just ignore you. They do actually wiggle out the way a bit. Anyway, that worked. I'm
I did
pleased.
think that space station looked familiar. Yeah.
The space station, I used that in my VR space station game.
Yeah.
Actually, I've used all the assets in VR space station. That's why I've got so many.
Yeah. They're good though. I like them.
So the both ports are on the same station, right?
Yeah, currently there's only one. There's one around the right and one in the middle. The one on the right's probably the easiest because you can, I say, just go all the way around the space station and then in the dock. But I am pleased, like, everyone's moving quite nicely. You're not necessarily moving like the AI, but you're not juddering or jittering or anything that really makes you really stick out as a network object. Probably
Oh,
under heavy braking or rotation or acceleration, you will.
Docking in trance.
Got the one on the right.
It's a bit of
No, the message.
Clipping.
It's one word. Docking in trance. Mineral.
Oh,
That's
that's
station back out the other side. Whoa, that's scary.
yeah.
Alex got accelerated as I came through the space station for some reason.
I'm also
yeah, well done.
I'm also tempted to allow the player to when you turn off your lights and your gyro, you can then just spin. So I turn off my lights and cockpit and those 2. I can just drift. So I could have it so the player should be able to stun the AI. You know, that might be one of their missions. Stun the AI, steal their cargo. So maybe my goal is steal 5 AA cargoes, then dock.
Having proof of crime be the thing that susses out the target could be the thing.
Yeah, I mean, you could scan the cargo, and it could be that it's tricky. So you could have it so you scan the cargo and go, oh, he's got cargo. Oh, because he's got cargo, he must be sus. But then some things should carry cargo. I don't know. I mean,
Maybe he got the wrong cargo.
yeah, but then it becomes just a question of you all sit outside the space station and take it in turns to scan everyone. but I need to make sure that doesn't happen.
Or there's a papers, please element, and you have to like track that. Is that the right cargo or the wrong cargo?
Well, one of the things I was tempted is that the players cannot directly communicate in any way, but you can target someone and do an interrogation. Like you can say, where are you going? And then I can reply back with speech, you know, en route to space station. But then the human should be able to reply back with some speech directly. So again, it's try and allow players to act like the AI. I mean, watching fail rate, it's amusing because he bemoans the fact you can't indicate. So the AI indicate, but humans can't. So that's why I've taken this approach that the clients literally don't know the difference between the server and the between the other players and the network clients. They are literally the same thing. But I mean, now I'm in the editor here looking at. I can't tell who's who other than pretty sure the policemen are humans. Oh, you're a human. Oh, bloody! Oh, what's going on? Hold on.
I hope got some kind of packet loss or something, because like something flew at hyperspeed into the dock.
I think what happened there. I think that's an AI.
And I saw them come out the other side. Still go.
I can't tell if that's an AI. I can. Oh, they do have a waypoint. Yeah. There's a taxi there that just did something completely bonkers, but I don't know how. So if you turn off aero, there's no upper limit to your speed. Draw back, there's no upper limit to your speed. Yeah. Yeah, not enough of the AI going through the dock either. So there's quite a lot of people jammed up.
Wouldn't that in space? Wouldn't that actually be?
Oh, it's correct.
So.
Yes, it's absolutely correct. Yeah, but the problem is, if you spend 6 weeks accelerating, you have to spend 6 weeks braking. That's the problem. So if you're on the map here and you accelerate, you know, the first 75%, you can't brake in time. You literally can't because it would take more time.
You have to apply a lot more force.
Yeah, but usually you would accelerate at the maximum amount of force that you can actually cope with. There you go. There's the second fog volume. I accidentally switched it off. But I was testing out the point lights. But yeah, we've actually got like, you can see the shadows through the fog there. And then we've actually got point sources in the fog. I'll turn that on for the next build. That was a mistake.
But with Jewish upgrade, you can stand more.
With what, sorry?
Expand style Jewish to withstand more.
Yes, I do like that. I'm going to get another screenshot. That looks awesome. But yeah, I think we actually do have a scope here. I can't tell who's who. I think the handling is probably about right. You can do all the clever maneuvers, and the aero flight is fairly simple, but it's not too bad. There's currently enough scope for hiding. The AI, there's enough AI to hide and blend in. So yeah, I think we've got scope. Anyway, we've been doing that for nearly an hour, so it can't be all bad. So let's go and shoot some cowboys then.
Well, that's my cue to drop out then.
Thank you for joining us, Andy. Do some
problem.
mods. I mean,
maybe next year.
Well, yeah. Have a good New Year.
Likewise to everyone here.
As I said, it can't be any worse than this year, can it?
We'll see.
Well, yeah. Someone said it will just switch over to Super January 21st. So, Super January 1st, 2020 Turbo.
All right. Have a good New Year's, everyone.
Yep,
See you later.
thank you. So,
Bye.
there's a bit of model intersection going on with this rotating spaceship, space station ring.
Oh.
With, yeah, that goes through the dock slightly. Yeah, got to get this set up with my hot ass thing.
Well, it doesn't. That's one of the things that we will need support is HOTAS support and VR support. It does have motion platform support because that was one line of code. But I've had to be careful because if I boot the game up on any listening to the game immediately. So I run the game and you can hear the chair go thunk into sort of a live mode.
Yeah.
Is March over yet? No, it is Thursday, March the 306th, 2020. Okay, Esmia, I forgot how to do anything. Home, and then click on you and join. Seems like a good plan. Zebra. More bits, it'll be a front trigger. I think Mono Masco pretty much uses the front trigger, not the grip. So, I can't show you how to close it. The way it works, there are waypoints throughout the world with different behaviors. There's spawn waypoints, pause waypoints, and travel waypoints. Waypoints have a speed scaler and a filter, so people can do various... the AI can do various things. What I'll do is, as we go on, I'll do one level. I'll do one level until I go, this level is excellent, rather than doing a whole bunch of different levels. I have tons of ideas, but it would just be the time to implement. And then make sure there's enough flight paths on that so you can't ever go, oh, look, that's obviously an AI. I could tell it was Henry because only taxis go where he is. So I'm like, aha. But that's not a bad thing. So that is where a hunter would learn not to go there in a middle correct because only taxis go there. And a hunted would learn not to go there, that type of shit. Right, so if my memory serves, I was a terrifying looking scrub. Oh, I've spawned next to Esmia. Excellent. I don't remember.
I've still got the intro to do, apparently. I'm like, what?
Ah?
I can't join this, but I have to do the intro.
Did you not do it?
He played with us before.
Oh, it gave me an error when I tried to invite you. All right.
You free roaming.
We did it before, though.
Yeah, that's the only way to do
I
it.
don't fucking know.
But you were there with us.
No. I did some things.
Ignore it. Just do what it tells you, and it will eventually go, yeah, fine.
Open the satchel.
That's me with the moose's head.
Yeah.
Yes, that is me.
I don't remember
Awesome.
any of the buttons. Which one's grenade? No, wrong game.
F.
What's sticky button? Which one's quick shoot? That's the important one to remember, not to press.
Trigger, isn't it?
I
E?
see.
Tappy? Wait, no.
What? No. Damn, that guy's quick.
F4.
Oh yeah, that's better. I've got it says epic. That must be me. Okay, I'll change my camera. There we go.
This doesn't tell me what I'm supposed to do. It says open your satchel. I'm like, open the satchel. Doesn't tell me what I'm supposed to do next. I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point.
What I would do is on about every third step, press home and see if you can join Hesmia.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Why? I mean, unless you didn't save. But we played for some hours.
Yeah. Killing all the people and burning the bodies.
Yeah. So, Esmir, so are we in your posse? The posse is a.
That's correct.
So what's the permanent? Is a posse a crew, or is it a less permanent thing than a crew?
It's more like the business or biker gangs.
Okay.
Except I paid to make mine permanent,
Gotcha.
so you can always join in on it.
Awesome. And how do I put my gun away?
I have no idea what it is on gamepad.
There we go. Just let my
I
fist.
joined. Oh.
And then.
Hello.
No, that's.
Now, why did it not put you in the posse? What the hell?
Am I not in your crew, maybe, or something?
Assign quick select. Oh no! Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, horse.
There's no phone to press on this. Damn it.
I've managed to make my quick action just make a slightly annoyed fist. What the hell? So I've noticed this about games. Like, I don't mind complexity in games inherently. It's just when I come back, just remind me of everything because I've forgotten. All right.
By the way, I made amazing stew in the pot.
Amazing. Did you going to eat the bowl? You just chucked the bowl away. Oh, God damn it. Shades of Raft all over again. No! God's sake. How do I punch people? So apparently my dagger is left trigger and right. Oh no, that's switch what that is. And then someone punched my horse, who then promptly punched them back.
I want to use F to get on my horse, and it's not letting me get on my horse.
Ah, there we go.
It's on the bloody thing. How do I?
Why? No.
Left click, right click. Which
No,
one is it?
E. Probably E.
Oh.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
The stew gives you a buff.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Managed to kill the horse. Right, managed to get the horse fall. Yeah, okay. Get back on the bloody horse.
I still don't know how to stab people. I can wave my knife around.
Possibly because we're threatening the same crew. It's not going to stab me.
All right, well, I'll go and stab this bloke over here then. Hello, you. No, all I'm doing is just waving the knife at him. And he's looking at me like, yeah, what the fuck? You don't scare me. You don't know the controls. And he's right, I don't.
Oh, it's because the posse's in defensive mode?
No, I mean, I can shoot, but I can't, like...
It won't let me throw this tomahawk at you, so, yeah.
But could you just throw it all willy-nilly if you wanted to? Yeah, so... My guy's just sort of going, I've got a knife.
You're gonna play with his knife.
So how do posses work then? Is that a 4-player limit? So we'll have to just sort of mosey around.
Because I have the permanent one, it's a 7-player limit.
7?
Arbitrary. Is it 7 on
I
top of
know,
you?
right?
They're weird.
It's completely arbitrary.
There's a ghost here.
Not 8, 7.
Is it 7 plus you or 7?
I think it's 7.
Well, hopefully then we don't actually run into anyone because I.
Let's see. Posse versus missions. Team infighting, posse race, hunt the leader, biggest fish contest, bird shooting contest, herb picking contest.
Zebra, the world is about 20 kilometers across. It's about as big as I can really make it. Because I've got the issue, I don't want to make it too big because it would be boring to fly around and you have an accuracy issue. I'm trying to work out how heavy moose antlers are. Are they moose antlers?
Yeah, they are.
How heavy are moose antlers?
Very.
6. Antlers are heavy. Yeah, right, no shit. £20. What's that in real money?
That's
Thank
heavier
you.
than the neck should support.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be wearing moose antlers then. Oh, wait, you have a dog. I can see if I can fuck it in
Yes,
the
I
ass.
do. What the fuck?
Have you never heard the Blink 182 song? It was a secret track on one of their albums. If you didn't track skip, the last one had like 10 minutes of silence and then a hidden song called "I Want to Fuck a Dog in the Ass."
It's an awesome song.
Well, at least the saying of you screwed the pooch. Was that the other one?
Did you make this tree, Esmir? Because I'd like to point out this candle here at the top is going to set fire to it. Like that, the one at the very top and the front is actually literally going to set fire. This is a very modern tree, I feel. Striped candy canes. Wait, what the fuck is that in the bottom left? What is that? Bottom left. Bottom left. Bottom left of the tree. What is that shit?
Don't know. Which bit you looking at?
The bottom left. Point my gun at it. There. That what I'm pointing my gun at. What is that? What is that?
A teddy? Am I seeing it?
Does it have a beard? And red.
Santa.
Yes, it has
Santa?
a beard and it's wearing
Santa?
long johns.
Santa? What year is this set? I don't think so.
In the year of red long johns.
No,
Clearly.
no, because Santa was traditionally described in green and white until Coca-Cola decided Santa was wearing red and white. That's appalling. Now, what year was that? What year?
That was in the
Coca-
1920s, 1930s.
Yeah, I'm going to say, what year did Coca-Cola invent Santa Claus? There we go. 1931. Whoa.
I'm sure at least half of the Christmas songs that are currently playing in the saloons were also not around during this time.
I wonder if I know the artist who did that. I know a few of the Leeds ones and a few of the Edinburgh ones. But there's such a big studio. It's disgraceful. I'm going to... If Hugh's online, I'm going to paste that to him. Oh, that's very weird. I've clicked on my other computer. When I alt-tab, it alt-tabs on this one. I can't type on this computer. What on earth? Can I type now? No. How weird.
How rude.
So I've got like multiple computers. I'm not trying to tweet on one. And for some reason it's like... Now I'm going to plug my keyboard and mouse. I'm plugging them back in. And... Oh, that sometimes fixes it. I'm a little surprised. There we go. I'm actually surprised that the game does have, what's the word? Anachronisms in it. Like, it actually does kind of surprise me.
It's a fox.
No, they definitely had foxes back then.
Yeah.
I would wager they had a little bit more.
Wow, the anachronisms have it's just ruined the game for me now. It's
Yeah.
unplayable. Literally unplayable. Can you join us yet, Matt? What are you doing? Are you doing stuff you've done before then?
No, I'm not. I think I got carried away with killing and murdering.
I think you got about 30 seconds into the game and rage quit last time.
No, it's a different game.
What was the game with an annoying intro? You were like, ah! Come on, it was. Oh, well, he can join us at any point. So,
Yeah.
how do I whistle for my horse? Oh.
H.
Why is it saying start matchmaking?
I would do it alone.
It says show info, start matchmaking, exit on amongst horse thieves. There's
Yeah,
a
you can
meeting
do that
Clay
one
Davies.
solo.
But what do I...
You just basically have to go steal a horse.
It doesn't tell me what to do. It just says there's some controls, work out what you're supposed to press. Well, I don't want to do that. I want to do the minimum I have to do to get out of this fucking piece of shit. It's meet Clay Davies and I've gone straight... Oh, that's a mission, presumably. Is that a mission?
Once you finish that mission, you should be able to, I think.
It's supposed to be here.
Join.
But I don't see Clay... I don't know who Clay Davies is. Oh, he's the horse smuggler, obviously. Duh.
Oh, don't do that. What the hell? Oh, you've got to be joking me. So there's a button marked show the controls. So it's now showing me the foot controls. Oh, now it's just changed. It's showing me the next set of controls. Oh, now it's changed. You can't do that, guys. You can't just cycle around. Okay, on foot. Melee attack is B. On foot. Mount horse, enter vehicle is Y. What's whistle for my horse? Whistle for my horse. I can't believe how quickly that decides to cycle around.
Yeah, that's really crazy. Oh, is it left thumbstick down?
No, that's crouch. That's
Why?
now. Y is mount or
Is
rest.
it D-pad up?
Oh, summon horse. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes. I have no horses available to call. Calling Scrawny Nag. I promise not to punch you, Scrawny Nag.
Okay, we'll take a guess at what I named my horse.
Massive bollocks.
No.
Tiny. No, it has quite small bollocks. Must be cold.
You looked.
Have you not heard about the horse testicles?
No.
Their size depends on the weather.
And
Well, I've not heard of that.
yeah. So when that came out, it came out on a Wednesday, and we have like an indie meetup every month. And because Rockstar or Right Close to the Pub, a lot of them turned up, and one of them was there. And I said, "Is it true?" And he goes, "I found out about this yesterday, and I've checked the code. Yes, it's true. It was not designed. Someone just jammed it in. Someone who obviously knows, a bunch about horses. But yeah, the size of your horse's testicles is dependent on the.
It's true for humans too,
Oh, absolutely. But the point is, you don't generally put it in computer games.
Yeah.
How do we get this to bloody run? I have to wait for all these other people to ready up.
Yeah, okay, a sec.
Oh, horse melee just means I melee when on a horse, not my horse melees. Right, I'm just trying to remember the controls. Because they're kind of like Red Dead's, but also not at the same time.
You mean GTAs?
I do mean like GTAs. So
Like,
it's kind of the same. And then I try and press Y, and my guy immediately... That's all right, Y is the same. But, like...
Well, for me, it's kind of, you go to, oh yeah, I'm going to get in this car now. Press F, and you punch it.
Don't punch the car.
Try not to, but it failed me.
But for me, I get in a car, and then I accelerate with the right trigger. Right trigger just immediately shoots my gun. And that's reload. Let's put the gun away. Oh, why? It's not Y.
Where's the posse leader gone? Oh, over there, right. No,
hear-
she's doing dressage now.
I hear gunfire. I hear gunfire from Max, I think, specifically, rather than real gunfire. Where's going on my screens? There we go.
Oh, is that where that's coming from?
How loud have you got it, Max?
That was
There's a
fireworks.
fire-
So loud he can't hear it.
Oh, yes, that makes so much sense. I thought it was gunfire from the game. That makes more
So it'd
sense.
be about the right time, right?
No, cutscene.
No, I mean about right time of year and day.
Oh, that's not what I do.
Why isn't... Come on, give me the prompt, damn it.
For what?
Nothing. Could you just use your horse slowly in a straight line? Oh, says me, you left your lights on. It's gonna go flat if you do that. Oh, X. That's why. Oh. Yeah, that was the button I was trying to press. Trying to wait. Well, that's not how horses work. They've obviously tagged the ground there as just a slope, so my horse goes. Bloop.
So apparently there's a trick to making it so that your horse can gallop for a lot longer, and that is if you're on keyboard to just hold down the G key, and if you're on controller, it's hold down left thumbstick.
Why? Is that a bug?
It has you perform the calm horse action, and in doing so, that gives your horse a little bit more stamina. And that giving it extra stamina can happen once every 18 seconds. But if you just hold it down, it just repeats it. so you always get it whenever it comes off cooldown. I have been able to gallop indefinitely
whoa.
using that.
That still also immediately made it ram me into a bloody thing. Oh, and it can't get up because it's being stupid.
So we can go. I mean, Max will just teleport to us when he's done, won't he? Like, I literally don't know anything about this game other than what we did last time. We stole some stuff, we did some missions, and some of them went okay, some of them went not. I've got 5%, interesting, 5% encoding lag. So I have a computer that's doing nothing but streaming. How can that possibly... Literally, if I and I'll just I'll stick it on this computer. Let me show you the task manager from that computer. How can that be hiccuping? Like, I can't close anything. There is nothing to close. I have 75% of my CPU free. I have 75% of my GPU free. I'm uploading at a whole 6 megabit. But yeah, I mean, that's smooth. I'm not dropping any frames. I dropped a bunch and then it's fine. Like that. Hopefully that looks. I mean, I haven't watched the stream. I'm hoping that looks really good. Hoping that's good encoding quality, and I mean that's almost literally as much as I can throw at it. It's now at 75% CPU. And if I stop, my CPU's 80%. 40. 30. That's interesting. The more the scene is changing, the more CPU I use.
Seriously, I have to replay the fucking mission.
It's
I got
jittery.
shot.
What happened?
I got shot.
I don't fucking believe it.
And that failed it for you?
I did die twice.
For luck.
And that failed it?
Yep, now I'm waiting for other players and I've got nothing I can do. No controls, no nothing.
I blame the other players.
Yeah.
I blame myself. I did die twice. I was trying to loot corpses while other people were shooting them, which is probably the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
So I think the blame certainly has a
Yeah,
large
usually
chunk of my account.
That is
Usually it's best to loot the corpses after they're all corpses.
Oh man, I guess I can go down another. So I'm now, if I drop another quality, I am back down to the same quality I was on this computer, whilst running the game at the same time. This is ridiculous.
Oh, come on. I
like,
want to skip the...
mate,